It's gonna be a different kind of video. I think I really want to just pivot a little bit and have a good old conversation about mental health. So if memory serves me right, May is Mental Health Month. And mental health is something that I feel like a lot of us just kind of glaze over in the daily life. And I think it's more so just because it's a little bit uncomfortable of a conversation to be completely candid about how you feel and how you feel is affecting you. For example, if someone doesn't really value your time and you know that, you're set to be here from this time to this time, it's a little bit disrespectful when the person really doesn't honor your time and elongates your day without really being conscious of the fact that they are actually pushing aside everything else that you have to do for the day. Now keep in mind, a lot of us, we balance a lot and we all have the same 24 hours. So kind of goes both ways. I do feel like in general, people need to realize that if there's some of us that are a little bit lower in the production side, there's some of us that are really productive and we like to maximize on our time. Another really important thing is the fact that we all have family patterns. And family patterns can really, I don't want to say set you up for failure, but it sets you up with a certain preset. And it makes you predisposed to certain situations and certain reactions. So today is my day to essentially, I guess, throw it out there and see if anyone can relate to my experiences. And I figure since we are on a walk and I'm taking you guys with me, I should take you to my favorite place in Folsom, and right now we're on our way there, so stay tuned and yeah, come along for the ride. In general, I feel like we all have a happy place in life. Whenever I get a chance, I like to go close to water, so today we are at Folsom Lake and I am avoiding poisonous plants, so that's why I'm not looking at the camera. Yes, tell them the importance of mental health. They hear you loud and clear, buddy. So I guess diving in, what I could say is, just in general, I don't think a lot of people take mental health serious enough. Just like from personal experience. Like I've been very upfront about things I've been through as far as like being with someone when the relationship turned abusive, and those are things that you don't want to really share, but if it's affecting the way that you're reacting with your peers, then it's like you kind of have to. And I find that a lot of people really aren't receptive. They're like, oh my god, that's so horrible, I'm so sorry that happened to you. And it's funny because they won't change their behaviors, they'll still be passive aggressive, they'll still cross those personal boundaries that might become triggers from your past experiences. And I think that that's the real downfall, and that's really why mental health isn't taken seriously enough. If you're gonna disregard someone's feelings and their experience, and you're gonna tell them essentially that what you've been through doesn't matter, then of course someone's gonna suffer. And I can tell you from personal experience, I've suffered from trying to minimize my past experiences in order to make other people comfortable. So, I don't know, I guess that's why I'm here making this video today. It was pretty essential that I really stare my demons in the face and no longer worry about who's gonna see this video or who's gonna have a problem with it or anything like that. Because at the end of the day, I really am entitled to my experiences, and the things that I've gone through have made me stronger. And why be ashamed? Why want to be anything other than the culmination of your experiences anyway? Now speaking in broader terms, of course I feel like there's situations in which you're just gonna have to kind of swallow the pill and just get over it. And I get that there are maybe a handful of situations in life that is the case, but it should not be the typical case. And I think the second everyone decides to take mental health more seriously, It'll be better for all of the parties involved. Yeah, I like how that sounds. To me, life is all about change and trying to welcome it, because I find that the more that you try to swim upstream, the more pain you put yourself in. So I really do my best to move forward, roll with the punches, and anything that happens bad along the way, I consider it to be, you know, evenly weighed. So it's like for every bad thing, there will be something positive that comes out of it. But it's all about how you look at it. One thing I can say is I would never tell someone that the fact that somebody took it upon themselves to feel comfortable enough to put hands on them, I would never disregard their experience. And definitely as someone who's gone through domestic violence, yeah, it sucks to be told that. And it sucks when people mistake being triggered for being aggressive. Not being funny when I say, like, restarting my channel has been one of the best experiences of my adult life, just after being constantly told who I am or how I'm being perceived, or, you know, or just to be in a position where the way that other people perceive you and your tone can be very, very damaging. I feel like a big part of the push to me coming back was more so getting control of how it is that I see myself and being able to silence out all the noise. Because honestly, at the end of the day, like, I mean, just being completely candid, I don't really care if someone doesn't like me, doesn't vibe with me. If I'm not your flavor, I'm just not your flavor, and that's completely fine. I've also had to learn in life that being authentic and 100% yourself will always put a target on you and always make it to where those who aren't as comfortable with themselves find you to be agitating. Meanwhile, you're just like, do your thing. I think that if there was one thing I could tell my younger self from my older self, is not to waste years and years building someone else's dream and caring about how you're being seen. So be authentic, be yourself, and don't give a fuck if someone doesn't like it. No matter where I go, no matter what I do, no matter what I accomplish, it's important for me to always stay grounded and always remember where I'm from, which is 96 and Olive. I'm from East Oakland, y'all, and I'm proud of that. Like, I'm a brave ass person. I don't back down. I do what I want, and I fight for what I believe in, just like I feel everyone else should. So, at the end of the day, take care of yourself, because mental health literally starts from within. It's deciding that you're not going to tolerate behaviors, accept behaviors, and if those people give you no option, you give them no energy. Period. Guard your energy, guard your vibe, because it's valuable. There are people in the world who are just like you, who I'm pretty sure at times feel exhausted. But at the end of the day, we all have people who depend on us. And in order for us to be there for them and be whole and be 100% and be ourselves, we have to actually make sure that we're nourishing ourselves. And I think my final sentiment is that I would really like it if we would all just feed our inner child. I'm doing YouTube because I've been doing YouTube technically since like 2011. It's something that I did for fun before anybody else was watching, and just getting back to that. Doing something for like the little kid inside of me. Like, I haven't smiled so much as I am now, essentially. But I even feel like there's a little bit more light in my eyes. So I don't even worry. Like, I don't care if I get 10 views, 500 views, 1,000 views, 17,000 views. It doesn't matter. It's about the content I want to create and having the freedom to share it and essentially just to be myself. And if you're really thinking about giving up something that you love, pick it back up, because trust me, Whatever it is that you seek is seeking you. And whatever it is that you think you can do, you can. It's possible. You just have to continue to go. Press play. So, if you enjoyed this video, I really do hope that you hit the bell, like, subscribe. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram too. It'll all be linked below. Hey y'all. I kind of want to make another video, so I decided to pop in and do another voiceover. And I felt like I really wanted to get on a topic that I feel like a lot of people always are so intrigued by when it comes to me. And a lot of that just has to do with sense of self, right? Like, how are you so sure of who you are? And I feel like that just comes from a culmination of life experience and acceptance, a little bit of change and growth, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I feel like my approach is a little bit more like of a rip the band-aid off kind of thing, because I feel like I process everything, you know what I mean? Figure out what's the lesson, or like, why was this supposed to happen, you know? And I feel like I always gain the clarity on the other side from doing that work, but I feel like a lot of people shy away from that. So I don't know, I'm kind of encouraging people, like, especially if you have parts of your experience that you may have like locked away, or you just like, you know, they're in the archives, you never think about it. Like, you know, it might be a good time to just deal with it, you know what I mean? I feel like especially as we're moving into a new year, people need to get ready to purge, you know? Because you definitely can't take everything with you forward, so I just feel like it's the healthy thing to do. I think another thing I'd say is pretty key or integral is my work ethic. I feel like I show up every day, 4 hours, and like, yeah, we know that that's something that can be expected, or that, you know, I'm dependable enough to be on time. And I love that, because you're a combination of what you've been through and also what you're doing with what you have available at your disposal, you know? And I feel like a lot of people forget that, like, they still have potential. They can still accomplish things. But it's just about not letting the past experiences, like, stop you from really living life, because it's not really fair. I don't know. I love my life because of the things that have happened, not in spite of them. And I feel like the more people I can get to think like that, I feel we'll get to where they really want to be, you know? So I don't know. Whenever I have something on my mind, I like to write it out, figure out where it is that there could have been some type of lesson there, or something to learn from this, or, you know, was it a teachable moment? Things like that, you know? Just remember, under pressure, like, those are really those moments where we know, hands down, like, either you're gonna be able to handle it, or you're gonna be one of those people who folds, and you gotta fight for yourself, you know what I mean? Fight for your ambitions, because I feel like if you don't, no one else will. Also a big believer in that whole, like, the man who says he can and the man who says he cannot are both correct. I believe that. Perspective matters, right? So always try to keep a more open mind in terms of what it is that you can accomplish. You never know. Like, it could be the right day tomorrow for you to bump into so-and-so and get an opportunity of a lifetime, or just to put yourself in front of something that could inspire you. Like, if you're still able to kind of get up every morning, then you're able to chase your dreams too. You know?
So that's definitely like where I feel like I get my sense of self. It's definitely showing up every day consistently and investing in my own ambitions, while also at the same time acknowledging where I've been in life and where I'm going, which is so exciting. But yeah, I'd love to actually hear what it is that you guys plan on, you know, just moving forward with in terms of energy. Like, what are your goals heading into the new year? Because I really hope that a part of that involves feeling just secure in who you are, you know? Like, I wish that for everyone. Ooh, sidebar, make sure you guys check out those holiday readings. I got them for all 12 signs, okay? It's kind of like that holiday season / end of the year. They're inside a playlist. Other than that, it is so fun for me to come here and just spill my guts to y'all. I will say that. But yeah. Oh, one more thing. In terms of sense of self, I definitely want to go back to Japan. I want to go see my family. Okay, it's been a decade, and it's time for me to go back. So, I feel like that's just a little personal sidebar for me. I really want to reestablish those bonds with my bloodline, because I feel like it's been so long since I've seen everybody. But who knows? The tribe is worldwide. Who knows? Maybe one day the chief go be traveling and seeing the world and seeing the people too. Life is short, man. Just do your best with what you have and in the moment. And if you can be resourceful with that, you'd be surprised how much quickly, not how much quickly, that is so incorrect, but you'd be surprised basically how fast you can see things change. I'm weak. I cannot run with an incoherent sentence. I'm like, ooh, child, no. Like, fix it. But yeah. I don't know who needs to hear it, but somebody probably does. So I guess I'm gonna say it. Please still go for what you want to do. Because I feel like for a lot of people, our senses of self are still kind of tied in the fact that we may be a little bit apprehensive. And that is a big thing for me. I hop right in. But I just want you guys to do the same thing, you know? Don't put off your dreams or your ambitions or your aspirations. Like, there's no reason to go through the rat race or on the hamster wheel and live a life that is unfulfilled. Like, life is just too short. But yeah. Live life to the fullest, y'all. Because trust me, we only gonna be as young and juicy and filled with collagen as we are today. So don't waste it, okay? I don't know. There's power inside, you know, getting on the other side of procrastination. So I encourage you all to just do it. Just do what you need to do, you know? Get her done. And I feel like from doing that, you do get beautiful, like, little developments in character. Alright, y'all. I think I am gonna head out and start getting ready for our live stream tonight. I hope I see y'all there. But other than that, just just thank you again, because all I can say is I appreciate my community. So I'll see you guys then. Hey you guys, I'm so tired after yesterday's live. We did 9 hours. We are crazy. But I kind of had this thought on my mind because we've been talking about this. We were talking about it yesterday inside the live, and I just really feel, because it keeps coming up, I'm like, maybe I just need to make a dedicated video to it and kind of like spill some thoughts and tell the truth in terms of why it is that I feel this way and why I feel other people should definitely, you know, take a listen and pay some close attention. Now, one of the things I always say is that love and light is a false mask. I do not personally believe that a person can be all love and light, okay? You can have all the best intentions and people can still misinterpret you. Like, that's just how life goes, right? Like, we know this. It's been proven time and time again. Now, other reasons why I feel like the whole love and light is a false mask thing is because usually the people who use that saying, especially inside my line of work, I have found have been the people who tend to do the most stuff behind the scenes where nobody can really see them. Whether that be targeting others, you know, talking shit about others, faking emails about others. You know, it goes very deep, this rabbit hole. But the thing that people need to realize is that anybody that's saying that everything is love and light is not acknowledging the color spectrum of life, you know? Especially in this line of work, once again, it's like I have to sometimes deal with questions that are a little bit much, you know? Sometimes people want to know about someone who may have passed away. Is that love and light? Sometimes you'll get that manic client who just runs in and all they want to know is about somebody who's not interested in them anymore. Is that love and light? Because they're asking about somebody else's man and he has no contact to you? That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like life is not so easy that you can say, okay, well, let me just put aside everything else I've experienced. Let me just focus on the love and the light. Because here's the thing, right? Being like a spiritual advisor, a tarot reader, anything where people are coming to you for genuine change in their life, it's important that people are honest about what it is that they've done, what they've gone through, what they've experienced, what they've overcome, and how they got to the point in which you can see them now on a screen, you know? And I feel like, especially in such just trying days and ages, be very aware, because there's a lot of people out here trying to just pull the wool over your eyes in a lot of ways. I always tell people I'm human. I'm not perfect. I might choose to upload, but at the end of the day, like, I'm literally human. If you cut me, I bleed. If you do something to me, I'm gonna probably get mad. And you know what? That's all a part of being human. And none of that is just love and light. Sometimes you be mad as hell. You know what I mean? And that's just how life works. Like, you get over it. But what I need people to really internalize from this message is that life is a full spectrum. You know, we wouldn't have a rainbow if the colors didn't exist. And I find it very hard to think that only two colors of the rainbow are what people choose to display. Also, I feel like there's a little bit of an aspect of ignoring where it is that you could truly congratulate yourself if you acknowledge the moments in which we're not love and light. You know, because we all had a dark time or two. Just saying. But yeah. Keep your eyes open, stay woke, y'all. Because at the end of the day, anybody who you let do energy work for you in any regard, or even people that you surround yourself with, pay attention to the things that are just, you know, platitudes and just ways to look like you fit in, or you know what's going on, or even stereotypes. Because as an individual, I mean, I know I don't fall into no stereotypes. A lot of people like to try to put me in a box, but good luck, you know? And that's how most humans are. We're diverse people, and to be primarily love and light just does not sound honest to me. But yeah, I just feel like in 2020 we got to be a lot more aware of who we're giving our time and attention and our clicks to. So I'm gonna just say that, you know, love and light is a false mask. And if you feel that what I'm saying is not correct, feel free to engage inside the comments below. Like, I'm sure there'll be a conversation to be had, but all in all, life is not just love and light, okay? So I love y'all, and I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Hey y'all. What an interesting year it's been, right? 2020. It's funny, I've actually been kind of puzzled about doing this video just because, I don't know, it's a lot to look back on, right? It's been a big year, a lot of changes. I want to say it made us all better. I think. But yeah.
You know they're out there, don't you?
Just, yeah. We're about, what, a year and a half in the game in terms of my return to YouTube. And 2020 just started with a bang. In January, I had to reset my entire channel. Like, unmod everybody, start fresh, get a new crowd. And that was so challenging. But I mean, I guess it all worked out right. Like, for better or for worse. And after getting through everything that's kind of come up in the past year, oh my god. I can't help but feel super thankful, because I feel like, you know, we're still on our mission. We're still doing what we do. Like, regularly. And, you know, I just have to be thankful for that. Because there's so many people who don't have that, you know, regularity in their life, especially with everything that's going on today. Then when you put into perspective the fact that, you know, we've really grown in this time. I'm not even gonna lie. Just a little bit that I have been around the different renditions of the tribe. Oh my god. I've matured so much. Beyond that, my relationship has matured a lot too. Woo child, me and Nathan, we still doing good. So, good for us. It just seems like everything is kind of coming up the right way nowadays. But yeah. I don't know. A lot's changed, right? Like, completely invested in just doing my own thing as an entrepreneur and a boss, and I love it. And that does come with, like, you know, the weight and responsibilities, but at the same time, I really love the life that I live. It's really cool. Beyond that, it's like, woo child, your boy ain't got no debt on him. So, you know, when you work hard, you can throw your coins in a circle and save them, okay? I'm just saying. Whew. I mean, I could just, Holy Ghost, like, I really could. But it's been a whole experience getting there, I will say that. I don't know, part of me, it just feels a little overwhelmed by how much growth has happened in such a short amount of time. Because, yeah, first of all, I never thought tarot would be something that I'd be able to support my channel on, or my life for that matter. I just never thought that would be a thing, and it's all happening and unfolding before me. So thank you, y'all. Seriously, I don't even know how to say thank you, you know? Like, I live such a charmed life. I mean, shit is hard sometimes, but at the same time, at least I get to go to sleep and wake up when I want to. That, I mean, I at least get to say that much, you know? Ain't nobody barking at me to come on in. But yeah. I'm just really hoping that 2021 is like the year of the victory lap. Like, I hope that all of us just realize, you know, that the shit we want is really possible, but we have to go out there and really make it happen. And sometimes, you know, you might be working harder than everybody else and not necessarily getting that credit, but it's okay. Because I feel like eventually things pan out. Eventually things hit the balance point, right? I'm really trying to think, like, okay, what else do I want to say about this year? Because it has been a lot. Just coming from, like, the standpoint of someone who has watched a lot of growth happen too, I feel like a lot of people are very different today than how they entered the tribe. Whether that be months ago, weeks ago, or even a year and some change. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people have risen to the occasion to really try to be better people, and I feel like they're all seeing the results of that. So I'm proud of my community as well. I think more than anything now, I'm just like, what is next? You know, where do we go from here? Obviously it's going to be some type of natural expansion, but I just don't know. I don't have the power to see that. And that's hilarious to say, because I mean, you guys come to me for tarot advice, and it's like, can't you just pull your own cards? Yeah, I can. But at the same time, it's not going to internalize the same, you know what I mean? I guess my only goal here is to continue to provide good service to good people, you know? Try to make life a little bit less hectic, and be something that you can look forward to. A little bit of regularity, a little bit of comedy, a little bit of advice, but typically I do separate my tarot advice from my personal advice, and I think that's what a lot of people really appreciate about my approach. But yeah, one thing I can say to you, y'all, I know sometimes tarot messages can be very, very heavy, right? But don't shoot the messenger, y'all. I know some of y'all be ready to just snap. But you know, at the end of the day, like, we all get situations and see things we don't want to see occasionally. It even happens to your boy, I promise you. I don't know, I just feel like we just gotta learn how to really process information and make the best of it, right? I'm so weak at this motorcycle, I really cannot. Like, you messing up the whole vibe, man. But you know what? That is the theme of the year, though, right? 2020 was a distraction. But you know what? 2021, we focused. And I'm here for that. I look forward to hearing about how all of you go out and create the things in which you've always kind of been entitled to, but you just never really thought would pan out, you know? In some ways, I feel like the life I live is like floating on a cloud. In some way, somehow, the weight of my body is still not falling through. And I really wish that for all of you guys. I just feel like life is meant to be magical. And I don't mean that in like a generic Disney sense. I mean, we have the power to create and contribute to our experiences and influence things quite heavily. So I would just ask that you walk into this next year and walk out of the paradigm of last year. You know what I mean? Start fresh, it's a new day. Wipe the slate clean, do whatever you need to do. But I feel like there's a little bit of optimism going forward that we really have to embrace, because everything is about to shift. Like, I can feel that. So, in 2021, I know personally my own resolutions are to stay financially in a good place, because right now your boy's doing just fine. But you know, other than that, of course, I would love to continue to see where things go with Nathan, Avi. And I also want to see what happens with the tribe. Like, I want to see what happens as we go forward. You know what I mean? Like, where do we go from here? And I do naturally feel like there's more to come. But once again, part of me doesn't even want to pull the cards to like get that type of clarity. I just want to see where the ride takes us. And if I'm naive for that, maybe I'm naive for that. But you know what? At least I'm gonna fucking enjoy the ride, man. Okay? But I appreciate you guys. Although I may not know what is necessarily ahead of us, one thing I can say is whatever is before us is much better than whatever we have walked away from. I love you guys. I care about you guys. I hope you guys all succeed. And thank you so much for making me somebody with a purpose to live in.